Hi everyone. In the last class, we have seen various control statements like nested if else, else if ladder, and also switch statement, go to break. Introduction we have seen. We have also seen the programs on those control statements. In today's class, I'm going to concentrate on how the execution will be taken place while compiling the program. I want to explain each and every instruction which is written in C in clear. Right. So before going to see the snippets, or I can say the output of the code, let us have the discussion about the scanf and printf statements. Why? Because so in every C program we are using printf and scanf statements, but still we didn't have the complete syntax about the scanf statement and printf statement. So we will have a small discussion on this. After that, we go to the output of the snippet or output of the code fragments. Now let us have a discussion on scanf and printf statements. So first, we are talking about the scanf statement. Actually, scanf stands for what? Scanf stands for scan formatted data. Mainly we are talking about the formatted data. Now, like we have printf, here also printf means same concept, formatted data. Now, what is mean by the formatted data? So formatted data means whenever you give the input in the form of the data may be numbers. Numbers means we can write integers. So for that, we are using the control string or format string %d. For integers, we are using %d. Numbers can be either integer or in real values. So real values, we can use the control string or format specifier %f. For characters, we use %c. For the strings or text, we use %s. So these are the various types of data, right? So this data comes under formatted data. To read any kind of formatted data from the keyboard, we have to use the standard input function scanf. So similarly, if you want to print formatted data on output or on the screen, we are using this printf function. So why we are saying it as a function? Why? Because in the introduction class, as I said that whenever we have parenthesis after any identifier, this indicates the function. If there are no parentheses, then you say simply it is a variable. Now we will see the syntax of the scanf statement. The syntax of the scanf statement here is like this. We write scanf. So here we are mentioning the formatted string or format string. So another name for that format string is control string. You can use any word, comma. Here we are mentioning list of variables. List of variables, right? Now, the list of variables consisting of address operator before them. Why? Because to read formatted input into memory locations which are specified by the variable, unless you don't know the address of the variable into which you are going to read the data, it's not possible. So that's why to mention the address, we are using the address operator. So this is the syntax of the scanf statement. Now coming to the printf. What is the standard output statement printf? What is standard input statement scanf, right? So here same, the syntax of the printf statement is like this. We are writing printf. Again, we are mentioning the format string. Format string. After that, here again we are writing the list of variables. So here also we are mentioning the list of variables. In scanf also we are mentioning the list of variables. But the only difference is in scanf we are also writing the address operator before the variables. But here we are not writing the address operator before the list of variables. If you write address, no problem, it will not give any error, but instead of printing the values, it prints the addresses of the variables that you have to take care. After completing these scanf and printf statements, there is an important thing to discuss here is hash include stdio.h. So in each and every C program, we are starting with hash include stdio.h. The name of the statement is preprocessor statement. Preprocessor statement. See here, there are important things you have to discuss is compilation, and second one is the execution. So what is compilation? In the compilation process, we are converting the, every C program consists of .c extension. So first we are writing any name .c. This is the name of the program, or this is the way to give the name of the program with the extension .c. So whatever we write the code in the form of some name .c is known as the source code, right? Whenever I press runner in VS Code, at a time compilation as well as the execution will be done. Now at the compilation time, what happens? The source code means the file name .c file is converted into object code. Where object code, now at the runtime, this object code is converted into executable code. But before the compilation and execution, there is also an important thing that is pre-processing. Pre-processing. What do you mean by pre-processing? So before the compilation takes place, this preprocessor is going to include the header file stdio.h into your program. That means it provides a list of files, or we can say a list of functions, list of files or functions, right? The name of this total directory, or we can say this storage, is called stdio.h, standard input output header file. So in this storage or in this header file, there are hundreds of functions are there. So many functions are there. So within these functions, you can find the scanf statement as well as printf statement. So at the compilation time, whenever we write printf and scanf statement, the compiler looks for the syntax of the scanf as well as printf. These are the user-defined functions which are already available in stdio.h. So where the compiler is going to find out the scanf and printf in stdio.h, which is already included by the preprocess statement. So that's the meaning of writing this hash include stdio.h. Now, after completing these two important input and output statements, so let us go to the last class program we have written. If you see in the last class, we have written a program to implement the largest of three numbers using nested if else. In the previous class, directly we have executed and I have shown the output. But I thought that you need some clear explanation how the programs are how the instructions are executed one by one. So let us have a discussion. This is comment. So comments can be written anywhere, first or in the middle, anywhere you can write the comments. Already we have seen that comments are divided into single line comments as well as the multi-line comments. Now we are writing first the statement. This is called pre-processor statement. Just now we discussed, right? We are writing this to include the header file, right? Why we are including this header file? Why? Because to use printf as well as scanf. These are found in where they are found in stdio.h. So first we are including this storage or this header file. So in this header file we can find out scanf and printf at compilation time. Now, so here we are declaring how many variables? Three variables. Where they are going to store? In the memory. So three variables, we are declaring the name of the variable is n1, the name of the variable is n2, the name of the variable is n3, right? So each memory or each variable is going to take some amount of memory. If it is integer, the size is 2 bytes, the size is 2 bytes, 2 bytes, right? Now, next printf statement is executed. What the printf is going to print on the screen, The printf is going to display that enter any three numbers. This is the display we are going to get. After that, after displaying this, it is waiting for the input to give, right? Assume that at this we have given the values. Assume that 10, another one is 15, next one is 9. So this is N1 and this is N2 and the last one is N3. N1 is how much? 10 and this is 15 and this is 9. We are giving these values. Now come to the if condition. N1 value how much? 10. 10 is greater than or equals to N2 15. No, the condition is false here. When the condition is false, this outer block is not executed. Now where you have to move? You have to move to the else part of outer if. This is the else part of the outer if. Now come here, N2 value how much? 15. N3 value how much? What I said? 9. So N3 value is 9. 15 is greater than or equals to 9. Yes, the condition is true. So within the else block, the first if condition is true. Now what it is going to do is it is going to print. What it is going to print? First, percentage d we are writing. So in place of percentage d, it searches for the value. But here we are not directly having the value. First, what it is going to say is percentage d means I'm keeping empty and it is writing like this is the largest. So this empty place means in place of percentage d, it is going to print after double quotes we are mentioning n2, right? So n2 value how much? 15. So in place of percentage d, n2 value here mentioning n2, right? So this n2 value is printed. So what is the n2 value? 15. It prints 15 is the largest. So that's the meaning of writing percentage d here. So percentage d is not directly displayed as it is. In place of percentage d, we are going to print the value of n2. So we are printing 15 is the largest. So after printing this printf statement, this else part is not executed. Means after the else this printf statement is there, no, this is not executed, and finally it goes to the closing brace of else, and finally it goes to the return 0. Now with this the execution is completed and we got the output is 15 is the largest. So this is simple discussion explanation of the nested if else. So same I'm explaining about the program to implement largest of three numbers using else if. Similar, same three variables, you can take any numbers, right? Assume that we are giving 20 and 15 and 19. Some values we have given. Okay, now n1 20, n2 15, n3 19. Now here you check the condition. N1 value how much? 20. 20 is greater than or equal to 15. Yes, the condition is true. N1 how much? 20. 20 is greater than or equals to 19. Yes, both conditions are true. In this case, this printf statement is executed and it prints 20 is the largest. After printing the 20 is the largest, this else part, these parts are not executed. These are not executed. Simply it goes to the last statement, return 0, and the output we are getting is 20 is the largest. So this is the explanation of the largest of three numbers program using else if. After this, we will see some important code. For this, we are going to find out the output of this. Now, in interview, technical interview, they will ask the questions like this. What is the output of this code snippet, or you can say fragment? If you see this, we are taking the variable a, right? So we are storing the value 46, but before 46, we are mentioning 0. This is not theta, it is 0. So what do you mean by this 0? So whenever you write 0 before any number, this indicates octal number. Octal number. So we are storing the value in the form of octal in A, and we are printing the value A in the form of percentage D. Percentage D means we are going to print the value in the form of decimal. Now, what could be the output? What would be the output of this program? Now, let us see. So, we are storing A value in the form of octal, that is 0, 4, 6. Now, we have to convert this octal number into the decimal number. How to convert? So you take 046 and take like this. Now octal means the base is 8, right? 8. you take 8 to the power of 0 and here 8 to the power of 1. So 0 represents octal, you remove this. Simply you take 4, 6 and 8 to the power of 0, 8 to the power of 1. This can be written as 8 to the power of 0 into 6 plus 8 to the power of 1 into 4. So that is, this is 6 plus 32. So we are going to get 38. The output of this code fragment is 38. This is very, very important when you face the technical interview. Now, instead of using percentage D, if you use percentage O, means octal, small o. So what is the output you are going to get? Instead of getting the decimal value 38, directly you are getting only 46. We are giving octal number 46, you are printing 46. While printing, there is no 0. Directly it prints 46. Why? Because in the format specifier, you are saying percentage O. After this, we are moving on to the next code. Now you see here, we are taking a variable num. In the number, we are storing 0x. What do you mean by 0x? Previously, we have seen 0. Here we are writing 0x. This indicates hexadecimal number system. Hexadecimal number system. Okay, you know, in hexadecimal number system, the numbers can be denoted like this. We are taking from 0 to 9. So 10 is represented as A, 11 is B, 12 is C, 13 is D, okay, 14 is E, 15 is F. Now 46FF, 46FF, this indicates hexadecimal, right? 46FF, FF means 1515. Now we are printing in a small x, percentage x number. Now when you print number like this, we are going to get the output is like this, 46 small f, small f. 46 small f, small f. Means we are giving the input in the form of hexadecimal and we are printing the value again in the form of hexadecimal. But you have given FF in capital letters, but we are getting it small. If you give small also, we are getting only small, right? How to get capital Fs in the output? To get capital Fs like this, instead of using percentage small x, you can use percentage capital X. Now, another important thing is in place of percentage x, if you use percentage d, what it is going to give? It is going to give the decimal value of this hexadecimal value. Decimal value of this hexadecimal value. How? What is the output if you guess? So when you use percentage d, what we are going to get is, take similarly previous example, 4, 6, f, f. So here you write 16 to the power of 0, 16 to the power of 1, 16 to the power of 2, 16 to the power of 3, and you are going to get some value. That is the output of this program whenever you use percentage d. So this is an important logic you should know. Now after this, we move on to the next type of the code fragment. These are very important code snippets. Now if you see, what is the output of this program? If you observe this, okay, everything is right. Now you take this printf. In this parenthesis, within this outer parenthesis, we have inner parenthesis, right? First, evaluate this inner parenthesis. In the inner parenthesis, what you are going to do? Percentage s. Why we are using percentage s? To print the string. What is the string you are going to print? Hello world. It prints hello world. It, after printing this hello world, means the output of this is printed in place of percentage d. So what is printed in place of percentage d? After printing hello world, it is going to print the integer. What is the integer? The integer you are going to get is 11. Why 11? Why? Because you count the characters here: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, empty space, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So the output is hello world 11. This is also an important snippet. After this, we will see the output of this program. If you observe this, hash include stdio attachment, reprocess statement. Here we are talking about the hash definition section. So this is used for defining the literals, or we can say constants. So here ln is one constant whose value is percentage s. So in the program, wherever I write ln, this is replaced with percentage s. So symbolic constants, see here, ln is the constant name, for this value is literal. So in the next statement, hash define, this C is the constant name, and welcome to learn code is known as the literal. Now the execution starts from the main. See, after main there are no semicolon. Why? Because it stops the control, means the control will not enter into the body. So please remember, don't put any semicolon after the main. So it enters into the block and it prints printf. In place of ln is directly replaced with percentage in double quotes, comma, C is replaced with welcome to learn and code. So it is similar to printf percentage in double quotes, comma, welcome to learn and code. So it prints the output is welcome to learn and code. This is the output of this program. After this, we will see another program. What is the output of this program? So character C, we are using 256. Though we give number 256, it is internally stored in the form of character. 256 we are giving. And C equals to C plus 11 means 256 plus 11. 256 plus 11, how much? 76267. Now, I think you are going to guess the answer would be 267. But the answer is not 267. Why? We are going to get the different value. What is that value? Please remember, character type variables are going to take 1 byte. 1 byte means how many bits? 8 bits. 8 bits means maximum, the range is 2 to the power of 8, that is 256. We can store 256 values from 0 to 255. But here, the total value we got is 267. So the output we are going to get is the resultant value is 267, but you can store maximum how many values? 256. You divide with 256, divide 267 with 256, 256 1 there, 256. So here 10 minus 6, 1, 1. So 11 is the remainder. So printf percentage DC, here the answer is 11. This is the output of this program. So these are the various interview technical code snippets. Okay, and we have seen the output of that. This is about the today's class. So in today's class, mainly concentrated on how the execution will be taken place line by line, and what is the need of preprocess statement, and what would be the output of the various programming snippets, which are mainly asked in interview questions. Right? With this, I'm going to close the session. Thank you very much for watching.